Hello pre-calc students. We are now doing 8.3 ellipsis homework. So let me make sure that we are recording. We are. Okay, excellent. So for 1 through 6, we need to match the ellipse with the equation. You can also check Desmos. So you can take these equations, for example, and plug them into Desmos. So you can check Desmos. If you also need assistance with these types of problems. Alright, so this is going to have a center at 0, 0. So 1 has a center at 0, 0. So it has to be either A or B or C. Okay, and now we see that the major axis has a length, the semi-major axis has a length of 4. So the 4 is equal to the length of the semi-major axis, and that 3 is the length of the semi-minor axis. Otherwise, no, 4 is equal to A, and 3 is equal to B. Alright? And notice 4 is horizontal, so this is going to go under the X term, and 3 is vertical, so this is going to go under the Y term. Alright? And now we just need to look at Y. We need to find B squared, which is equal to 9, and A squared, which is equal to 16. So this ellipse should be, when you look at it, x squared over 16 plus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. Oh, there we go, that's C. So 1 is going to be C, and C is going to match up with 1. Alright, for 2, I'm just going to start breaking this down. This will be x minus 1 squared, y plus 2 squared. The only one that matches this center is F, so 2 is associated with F, and F is associated with 2. For 3, you have a center at 0, 0, so it's either A or B. Alright, and we have the horizontal axis of 3, so x squared over 9, and a vertical B, so A is equal to 3, B is equal to 1, so that's going to be 3 is associated with A is associated with 3. Alright, for 4, we have a center at 2, 1, so it'll be x minus 2, y minus 1. The only ellipse with a center that matches up is going to be E, so 4 will be matched up with E, and E will be matched up with 4. For 5, you have a center at 0, 0, and the only other center of 0, 0 is left is B, so 5 will be matched up with B, and B will be matched up with 5. For 6, I can immediately tell looking at this ellipse. This will be x plus 2 squared over 9 plus y minus 1 squared over 16, and that's going to be D. Of course, that is all equal to 1. Alright? Let me clear my annotations. That's problems 1 through 6. Alright. For problems 7 through 12, find the vertices and foci of the ellipse, graph each equation. So we have a center at 0, 0 here. A squared equals 25, B squared equals 16, A equals 4, A equals 5, B equals 4. And so 5 is going to be horizontal, so we go 5 in this direction, 5 in this direction. So we have a vertice at 5, 0, a vertice at -5, 0. We also have B is 4, so we have a vertex at 0, 4, and we also have a vertex at 0, -4. Draw the ellipse. And then we need to find the foci, all right? So with an ellipse, a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. So 25 is equal to 16 plus c squared. 9 is equal to c squared. C is equal to 3. And so our foci of ellipse, foci of a horizontal ellipse at least, those are going to be h plus or minus c comma k. So this is going to be 3, 0, -3, 0. So our foci are going to be right here, F1, F2. Alright, so that's 7. Or 8. 8, I'm not going to be as explanatory. You have a center at 0, 0. 2, 2, square root, that's the square root of 4. 5 is the square root of 25. 5, 5. 25 minus 4 is equal to 21, which is equal to c squared. So c is equal to the square root of 21. So our foci are at 0, root 21, and 0, negative square root of 21. So we have foci, square root of 21 is about 4 point something. So around there. But that is the ellipse. It's vertical ellipse, foci very close to the vertices. Alright, clearing annotations. For 9, alright, we're going to have to take some work to get this in standard form. Alright, divide each side by 36. This will give us x squared 4 over 36. 4 times what equals 36? So x squared over 8 plus, well, no, 9. Sorry, 9 times 4 equals 36. X squared over 9 plus y squared over 4 is equal to 1. So square root of 9 is 3, so we'll have vertices at 3, 0, -3, 0. Also have vertices at 0, 2, 0, -2. And looking at our foci, 9 minus 4 is equal to c squared. 5 is equal to c squared, so c is equal to the square root of 5. Our center is still at 0, 0. Remember, hk is still at 0, 0, looking at our x term and our y term. So our foci for this horizontal ellipse is going to be at foci. It's going to be at square root of 5, 0, and negative the square root of 5, 0. Square root of 5 is a little bit bigger than 2. So those are the foci. Let's draw the ellipse. Alright. Focus at 4, 0, vertices at plus or minus 5, 0. Okay? So vertices at 5, 0 and negative 5, 0. You also have a focus at 4, 0. This also means we have a focus at negative 4, 0. This would be F1. This would be F2. Alright, now we need to find B. So C is 4. We have a center at 0, 0. So I have a center at 0, 0. And we know this because this is the average length between the vertices. A is equal to 5. C is equal to 4. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. 25 is equal to B squared plus 16. So B squared is equal to 9. B is equal to 3, which means that our points on the ellipse will have a point at 3, 0 and 0, 3 and 0, negative 3. And we'll also have a point at 0, 3. And drawing the ellipse, we'll go through the vertices. And these are the foci. As far as the equation is concerned, it would be x squared over 25 plus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. That's the equation. Okay. Going annotations. Focus at 0, 4. Vertices at 0 plus or minus 6. So we have a vertex here. Vertex here. So we can see this is a vertical ellipse because the focus is going to be on the vertical axis. So we have a focus here. If we have a focus at 0, 4, we also have a focus at 0, negative 4. And we have a center at 0, 0. So center at 0, 0. All right. And then we have A equals 6, C equals 4. So 36 minus 16 equals B squared, which means that 20 is equal to B squared, which means B is equal to the square root of 20, which is equal to square root of 4 times 5, which is equal to 2 times square root of 5. So we're going to have vertices, once again, square root of 5 is 2 point something. So it would be 4 point something. You would have co-vertices at 2 root 5, 0 and negative 2 root 5, 0. So it'd be somewhere around here and somewhere around here. 2 root 5 is approximately 4, and then we draw our vertical ellipse. Okay, that's 11, 12. First we need to divide each side by 12. So we will have x squared over 12 plus y squared over 4 is equal to 1. So a is equal to the square root of 12, which is equal to 2 root 3. B is equal to the square root of 4, which is equal to 2. So our co-vertices will be at 0, 2, and 0, negative 2. Our vertices will be at positive 2 root 3. That's about 1.7. 1.7 times 2 is 2 plus 1.4 is about 3.4. So 3.14. So your vertices will be a little bit to the positive 3. And at that point, we can draw our ellipse. The center is still at 0, 0. The last part is a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. So that means 12 is equal to 4 plus c squared. So c squared is equal to 8. C is equal to square root of 8, which means it's equal to 4 times square root of 4 times 2. So c is equal to 2 root 2. So that's going to be 1.4 times 2 is 2.8. So our foci are going to be right here. The foci are in purple. The foci and the foci are going to be at 2 root 2, 0 and negative 2 root 2, 0. So that's 11, 12. Alright, so find the center, foci, and vertices of each ellipse. Graph the equation. Center. Center is 2, negative 3. The vertices, well, so a squared equals 16, a equals 4, b squared equals 9, b equals 3. So you have vertices. Remember, this is vertical, are going to be at 2, negative 3 plus 4, positive 1, and at 2, negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. And you're going to have co-vertices. This time the horizontal term is moving. 2 plus 3 is at 5, negative 3, and negative 1, negative 3. So let's graph 2, 1, and 2, negative 7. We can also graph 5, negative 3, and negative 1, negative 3. Graph the ellipse. Alright, lastly, we need to find our foci. This is vertical, so we know that it's going on this vertical axis through the center. So c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. C squared is equal to 16 minus 9. So 16 minus 9 will be 16 minus 6 is 10. C squared is equal to 7. Minus 3 is 7. So C is equal to the square root of 7. So our foci, remember this is vertical, so it'll be at 2, comma, negative 3 plus the square root of 7, and 2, comma, negative 3 minus the square root of 7. And we can kind of estimate the square root of 7. It's square root is 4, 3 squared is 9. So it's in between 2 and 3. The foci will be somewhere here and 1, 2, somewhere here. Those could be the foci of the ellipse. Alright. So that's graphing the equation, and it's find the center, the vertices, the co-vertices, foci, and graphing it. Alright, that's 13. Let's move to 14, 15. Alright, so 14. X plus 4 squared over 16, y plus 2 squared over 25. So, center, negative 4, negative 2. A equals 5. This is equal to a squared. This is equal to b squared. B is equal to 4. Alright, vertices. Remember, this is a vertical ellipse. This is the larger, 25 is larger, so this is vertical. Alright, so our vertices are going to be at negative 4, negative 2 plus 5 is 3, and negative 4, negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. Co-vertices will be at, now the x term is changing. Negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. The negative 2 stays the same for the center. And then negative 4 plus 4 is going to be 0. So negative 8, negative 2, 0, negative 2. So let's graph those points. Negative 4, positive 3. Negative 4, negative 7. Negative 8, negative 2. 0, negative 2. Alright? Graph our ellipse. Last part is to find the foci. So c squared equals 25 minus 16. C squared is equal to 9. C is equal to 3. So our foci, when c is equal to 3, our foci, knowing that this is vertical, remember this is vertical, is going to be center is going to, the x-coordinate of the center stays the same, -4, and it's going to be -2 plus 3, which is going to be 1, and then -4, -2 minus 3 is going to be -5. So you have foci -4, 1, and -4, -5. -4, 1, and -4, -5. And those are their foci F1 and F2. Alright, so that is the ellipse for 14. Clearing annotations. Let's look at 15. For 15, 16, we need to complete the square. So this will be x squared plus 4x, completing the square. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. Plus 4 plus, factor out a 4, y squared minus 4y. Remember, we factored out a 4 here, so -16, factor out the 4, minus 4y, -4 divided by 2 is 2, 2 squared is 4, plus 4 is equal to positive 16, add 16 to each side, plus 4 plus 4 times our added term, 4. So that's, that is a 4 right there. My pen work was sloppy, so that's a 4. So now we simplify. This will be x plus 2 squared when we factor it. This will be 4 times y minus 2 squared when we factor it. Then this will be equal to 16 plus 4 is 30. 16 plus 4 times 4 is 32. So 16 plus 16 is 32. Plus 4 is 36. And now we divide each side by 36, so things will be equal to 1. And we will simplify, end up with x plus 2 squared over 36 plus 9 times 4 is 36. Y minus 2 squared over 9 is equal to 1. Now we have our ellipse and standard equation. We have our center. The center is at -2, +2. -2, +2. Major axis A is equal to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vertice at -2, 8. We have a second vertice at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second vertice at -2, -4. B is equal to 3. 1, 2, 3. We have another vertice at 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. We have another vertice at -5, 2. Graph the ellipse. So A equals 6, B equals 3. C squared equals 36 minus 9. 36 minus 9 is 27, so C squared equals 27. C is equal to the square root of 27, which is equal to the square root of 9 times 3, which means C is equal to 3 root 3, which means our foci for this, oh, God, need to, this is a horizontal ellipse. So our center is still at -2, +2, but then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So these are the vertices and the co-vertices. This is the ellipse. And because it's horizontal, our center at -2, our foci, with this being C, our foci will be at -2 plus or minus 3 times the square root of 5 +2. Alright, so that's 15. Sorry about, I misread the equation wrong, but I was able to catch it. For 16, we'll have 4 factored out of x squared minus 6x plus -3 squared is 9 plus 25 factored out of y squared minus 4y -4 divided by 2 is -2. -2 squared is 4 plus 4. And this is all equal to -36 plus 4 times 9 plus 25 times 4. This will simplify to 4 times x minus 3 squared plus 25 times y minus 2 squared is equal to -36 plus 36 is 0. 0 plus 25 times 4 is 100 is equal to 100. Divide each side by 100. You will have x minus 3 squared over 25 plus y minus 2 squared over 4. I'm simplifying my fractions here. You can check it out for yourself. Is equal to 1. Now I have a center at our center is at 3, 2. Our vertices are at, once again, A is equal to 5. This is horizontal, so this will be at 3 plus 5, 8, 2, and -2, 2. Co-vertices, B is equal to 2 at 3, 4, and 3, 0. Applying these, we have a center at 3, 2, 8, 2. -2, 2. 3, 4. 3, 0. Alright. And then we have foci, knowing that c squared is equal to 21, c is equal to the square root of 21, So we have a foci at 3 plus or minus the square root of 21, 2. Those are the location of the foci. And that's the ellipse graphed. That's the problem. 16. Clear annotations. All right. 17. Do this quickly. So they're 6 feet away from the nearest wall. Friend Julia is standing at the other focus 100 feet away. What is the length of the whispering gallery? How high is the ceiling at the center? So drawing the ellipse. You're at one focus and this distance. So let's say this is Madison, okay? She's 6 feet away from the wall. That distance is 6. C is 100 feet away. From Julia. So Julia is right here. Madison is 100 feet away from Julia. And then that's going to be another 6 units away from here. I'm going to pause it. So the length of the gallery is going to be 112. How high is the elliptical ceiling at the center? So maybe it's asking the height of the ellipse. Maybe if it's asking this length, then 2a, so 112 is equal to 2a. Which means that 56 is equal to a. Distance 100 is equal to 2c. 50 is equal to c. And then, yeah, let's stop the recording.